Good morning, welcome to Headline Focus, here live on Core Politics with me, Rob Double. It is Tuesday the 9th of January 2018. Let's have a look at what's in the political news today. So to start off with, something that's come through this morning, Toby Young has resigned. Now, who is he? He's resigned from the board of a new university regulator, the Office for Students. It's like a watchdog. Because, as he said today, he's become a distraction on the government policy. Now, he was appointed by the government to sit on this regulator to help advise, along with many other people. He wasn't the chair, he was just a member. However, a petition for his dismissal, even though he's just been appointed, has already reached 220,000 signatures. So what's the reason for this? Well, it's pretty much because of comments he's made, controversial comments he's made in the past, particularly on Twitter. He's in fact deleted over 40,000 tweets since 2009, since he was actually appointed a few days ago. Young said the caricature of himself during the past week is unrecognisable, and he said, "Some things I've said before I got involved in education when I was a journalist provocateur were either ill-judged or just plain wrong, and I unreservedly apologise." This, of course, questions the government's due diligence before appointing people to government boards and regulators and offices and watchdogs. And obviously, Angela Rayner, the Labour Party, from the Labour Party, says this cast doubt on Theresa May for not sacking him first. Next up, the reshuffle obviously is still underway. Let's have a look at the headlines from that. The papers have not got particularly good coverage for the government today, unfortunately for them. May not stamping authority on this reshuffle, and also it's been overhyped all with regards to who's changing positions and how much change is going to be brought in the new year. Big stories, though, coming from Jeremy Hunt and Justine Grayling. As you can see, we've got them up here. Now, Jeremy Hunt effectively refused Theresa May's offer to move positions within the cabinet. He was offered the business brief, which he turned down, and also it's been reported that he was also offered First Secretary of State, which effectively was Damien Green's job, effectively Deputy Prime Minister, and he turned that down because it was largely a backroom role, or at least that's been reported. Apparently he had been making clear for weeks that he was not planning to change brief, but what's significant is the fact that the reports coming through indicate that he effectively talked Theresa May out of changing his positions and keeping him in health as Health Secretary. He now stays there with actually a bigger and more increased brief of also looking at social care as well. Also, Justine Grayling did something slightly more severe, arguably. He's actually quit the cabinet itself after she was removed from Education Secretary and offered the Department of Work and Pensions. She said she wasn't interested in that and has left. That's obviously a big loss for Theresa May. She said she's disappointed with that decision from Justine Grayling. She's now replaced by Damien Hines. Let's look at Chris Grayling, though. This was one of the reasons why the papers have picked up the reshuffle as being a bit of a chaotic situation, a bit of a shambles. This was tweeted out by the Conservative Party HQ, congratulating Chris Grayling on becoming Conservative Party chairman. Apart from he actually didn't. He never got appointed. Reports coming through say that perhaps the Conservative Party, the government, ditched the plan to make him party chairman due to a backlash from Tory MPs. But it set the tone yesterday of perhaps a slightly scattered approach to these appointments. Obviously, the government has kept all the big beasts: Boris Johnson, Foreign Secretary Philip Hammond, the Chancellor, Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson, Liam Fox, David Davis. They're all staying. Amber Rudd, the Home Secretary. No one's changing at the top level. The PM's attention today in the reshuffle will come towards the 2015 intake, particularly some of the lower ministerial, junior ministerial roles, with the first cabinet meeting this morning. One more story then comes from Westminster. An Anti-Brexit Summit is underway, and this is led by the SNP, but also with the Lib Dems, Plaid Cymru, and the Green Party. They're looking how to coordinate efforts to stay inside the single market and indeed the customs union. However, the story to do with this is that Jeremy Corbyn, who's been offered a seat at this summit, has refused to turn up. Obviously then SNP and indeed the Greens and Plaid Cymru jumping on that in terms of the Labour Party not engaging with different views on Brexit. That's pretty much it for today. You're up to date. Don't forget you can find all the latest on what we're doing here on Core Politics on our Facebook page and Twitter. But from me and all the team here at Core London, have a fantastic Tuesday.